What is going on, guys? This is Aussie Van Man. How y'all doing today? We are on the move. It is hot, hot, hot here in Phoenix again, as per usual. Even though we're starting to cool down a little bit, it is still really hot here in Phoenix. So we decided to go a little further north. Where are we going? We're going to Williams, Arizona. It's been a while since I've been up there. I've been wanting to get back to the town. All right, let's hit the road, guys. Alright guys, just got some Subway because I'm starving. Oh, I gotta get a drink out of the fridge. Alright, it is crazy busy here. I don't know what is going on this weekend. The last 2 weekends, like after a Labor weekend, it's not been busy at all. It's been dead up the highway, but for whatever reason this weekend everyone wants to get back out again. I did hear it is elk hunting season this weekend, but there's no way all these people are going elk hunting. I don't know what's going on. It's crazy busy. I'm trying to keep cool because I get annoyed with all the traffic. I don't like traveling up north when there's all this traffic, but it is what it is. Oh my god, I should sit here, calm down, collect myself, and eat this Subway sandwich. Alright, done with my sandwich. Let's fight our way through this traffic. We still got a very long way to go, all the way to Williams. Okay, so this time last year, all this camping was open out here. Now they've shut down pretty much half the camping out here. And it looks like they have plans to get rid of more forest here and probably shut down even more camping. So, I don't know, we may move tomorrow, but for tonight, I'm going to just stay here. This will work for tonight, I think. Might go out the back of Williams tomorrow. But it's getting late, we're losing sun, and it's getting cold. We gotta set camp up, so let's do that. It is a beautiful day here in Williams, Arizona. And yeah, woke up, I slept in till about 9. Took my time getting up. Had a fry up there, as you can see. Delicious fried foods for breakfast. And now I'm washing it all down with a root beer. Oh man. So today, the plan is, I'm not getting very good solar in the spot I'm in, so I may move my van into the sun a bit more, because this tree's blocking my solar. But today we got a awesome little gift that was sent to me by the brand Mooncool, and we're gonna put that together today and take it for a little test ride. It's a e-bike, a E-trike actually, and the thing I really liked about this, it's partially folding, so you can kind of fold it up. I thought I could fit it in the back of my van possibly, but until I get like a rack for the back or something. Also, if I had this bike, maybe Amanda would like to ride on it or something like that. It's got I believe it's got a front and back basket. I don't know everything about this model. I'm not 100% sure which model I have here, but we'll find out when we get it opened. I have to build part of it. It's 90% complete, I believe. So just putting on, adjusting stuff, putting on the headlight, maybe the seat, front wheel, stuff like that. All right, gonna get my life together, and we're gonna get started on that. And then later on, I think we'll go to town. I probably want to find another camp spot for tonight, maybe further out in the woods. But I do want to go explore town this afternoon, maybe get a drink or two. I've been meaning to go to the Sultana Bar, which is a famous Prohibition era bar. They had like tunnels underneath where they hid all the liquor and stuff like that. I guess they were attached to the theater, so people were going to the theater and they'd go then sort of go into, I guess they call it a speakeasy back then, but yeah, pretty cool. I've been wanting to see it. Just every time I'm there or every time I'm in town, I've got something else going on. So maybe we'll go to the Sultana Bar finally and have a look around. You know, I like to look at my shops if I get there not too late. And then we'll head on out to a different part of Williams. Alright, we just had a little bit of halt on production there. I just met my neighbor over here in the red Chevy Suburban, I think it is. Anyway, we were chatting for a while. He's actually gave me some really good info about a apparently 2,000-year-old alligator juniper back here with an old cabin next to it, which supposedly was Bill Williams' hunting cabin out here. And if you don't know who Bill Williams was, he's a hunter-trapper and mountain man who they named the town Williams after. So, really cool piece of history. If that is the case, I think I need to go check that out tomorrow. So I may have to actually stay here for the night, but I need solar. I'm gonna have to move my van at some point. But we need to get this bike put together, so let's get onto that. Not too bad. That's the charger. Alright, so we're gonna start putting this together, as you can see here. And I've hired myself a helper here. So we're gonna put this track together. Let's take a quick look. Not too bad, not too bad. Nice big fat tires on there, I like that. Alright, let's looks like we have some fenders and stuff to put together and some racks and stuff. Alright, let's start putting this together. I'm gonna speed it up so you don't have to sit here for like an hour or however long it is. So we'll do a little quick montage here. Alright, we've got it all unpacked. We've started putting it together. We've got the handlebars in place and the frame kind of locked in place here. We haven't really put too much together yet, but it's looking really cool so far. Yeah. Luckily I got a helper. It's going to make this a lot quicker. Sometimes it's good to have neighbors, I guess. Alright, it's starting to look more like a bike now. We're on all the wheels, handlebars are on. We're just putting all the rest of the bits on, and then we just got to adjust everything and we'll be ready to take it for a test. Alrighty, we got it all put together. Let's go over it real quick. So right here is the power unit. It's a 48 volt battery. Down here we have the motor that drives it. This is up to 1,000 watt peak motor. As you can see, it's chained on here. We have a central disc brake on the rear and a front disc brake up here. It's all mineral oil hydraulic brakes. What I love about this thing is we got a front rack. This basket can actually come off and go on the back basket, or you can just take it off, and this front rack can hold up to 13 kilos on it. We also got this headlight up on the front here, which I love. Suspension that can be locked, so I love that. Up here are the brakes. So we have a basically like a park brake. These are locked right here, and then now it's let go. Here's the brains up here. We can power that on like that. Okay, we have indicators, turn signals, a horn. We even have brake lights on here, as you can see. And there are the turn signals, brakes. So yeah, pretty fancy. This thing can get, I think it said between 35 and 60 or 35 and 70 miles. I can't remember what I read on that. But pretty decent unit, and lots of space to carry stuff. We got the rear rack, the front rack. Nice and big, comfortable seat. I will say it takes some getting used to riding a trike. I've never really ridden a trike before. So, you know, the rear bumps throw it side to side, so that was kind of unexpected for me. I'm going to take it for a test drive, but I just did a little loop around the van, so definitely kind of took me by surprise there. So I kind of had to learn how to lean over so I didn't feel like I was going to get thrown over. But on it's very, very rocky out here. I think this thing would be great for out in the streets, and I think this would be really cool for doing DoorDash. And I thought about doing DoorDash. I don't know realistically how much time I have for DoorDash when I'm working a full-time job and doing full-time YouTube as well. So kind of crazy. But I think, like, if I did ever give up my full-time job and I did seasonal work, maybe I could use this trike for doing DoorDash in some of the areas. I'm not fully sure where I'd do it, because I don't think in a rural setting this would be very feasible. In a urban setting, this would be pretty good for DoorDash and stuff like that. I have to check the tires. I don't know what the pressure in the tires are, but we'll check that later. We also got this really cool cup holder here, or bottle holder. Now this model is the one without gears, so there is no gears for this one. There's the throttle there, which is pretty good. They got these nice hand grips. A lot of people, some people I've seen doing reviews on these don't like these paddle grips. I kind of like them because if you're just cruising, you can just rest your hand right there. It's nice. I do need to adjust the rear brake because I have to pull that right in almost to the handlebar, so that needs to be adjusted. As you can see, it holds mineral oil, and even the back brake has a lock there. But yeah, just a really cool looking bike. So let's jump on this thing. I'm gonna get out to some flatter ground and test it out. Alright, so I don't have the pedal assist on right now. I'm just pedaling it without the motor going. And it's on a flat surface. It's very simple, very easy to pedal. Although there are no gears, so you know, you're only pedaling as fast, well, you're going as fast as you can pedal basically. Which, surprisingly enough, is, I'm going fairly quick. I think I'd struggle if I was going up the hill right now without pedal assist. But we're gonna go out the back here and put a pedal assist on and see how we're going. But yeah. Oh, there we go. I'm pedaling right now just under 7 miles an hour. There's a slight grade going uphill slightly, so I'm feeling a bit more burn in my legs. Doing 7 miles. Now let's put on pedal assist. Oh, there we go, it's taken off now. Let's put up to pedal assist 2. Whoa, quite a bit more power. I'm almost going 9 miles an hour and barely having a pedal, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm loving it out here. It's such a nice day out here. This road's pretty good to pedal on, actually. The really lumpy, rocky stuff I was struggling on, it's kind of throwing me all over the place. But yeah, it's not so bad out here. So all this last year here, all this field, this was all open camping last year. Now they've closed it down. No one's allowed to camp out here now. They tore up all the campsites, filled it with rock. Kind of sad to see, because this is an area I really love to camp, because it's nice and open. I got lots of solar, and it's just a pretty place to look at. And I get good starlink out here too. But now, as you can see, other than that random trailer that looks like he's trying to turn around, and some up in the woods up there, everyone's being kicked out of here this year. And they'll probably continue to close more down. What the reasoning is for why they wanted to close this spot off, I don't know. Because generally, a lot of the campsites I see that are closed down, because people are trashing them or overstaying. This one, it would get very busy out here. I will say that it'd be very packed out here in the summer. But no one trashed it. Everyone looked after this campsite really well out here, which it was nice to see. But yeah, for whatever reason, they decided to close it down. All right, so we're gonna slow down up the top here, turn around and see how we go on just throttling. It's beautiful out here. Look at that view, guys. See all the flowers blooming, the forest. Unfortunately, they've chopped a lot of the forest down. This is a fairly cleared spot anyway, but it looks like they're clearing it even more. I don't know if it's due to like fire mitigation. Maybe it's fire mitigation, but that doesn't explain why we can't camp out here. But, you know, whatever. It is what it is. Alright, so let's put on this pedal assist. You have to have it on at least pedal assist 1. be careful when you switch it on to pedal assist, even if you're standing still and you got pressure with your foot on the pedal, it's gonna assume you're trying to pedal. So just be aware of that, because you don't want to run over your leg or anything like that, or get thrown off the bike. Not to say it's that crazy, but you know, that is something that people that don't really know e-bikes, they kind of end up with injuries because they don't know what to expect. So I'm trying to help you out by letting you know, man, this is actually really fun once you get onto some flatter ground. All right, let's start going, guys. We're going to use throttle only, no pedal. All right, okay, off we go, full throttle. This thing only goes to about, I think, 16 miles an hour. That's under 20, which you really don't need any more speed out of this thing because it's a trike. The steering can be quite sensitive. So we're doing about 15. Yeah, this is quite fun. Alright, guys. We're slowly making our way back to camp now. Man, I definitely got to take this for like a really nice long adventure. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. I don't know yet. Yeah, this will be a lot of fun to take into town too. Ride around somewhere, some town somewhere. Take a nice maybe in like they have those like river bike trails. You can go alongside a river. I think that'd be pretty cool. Man, it's such a beautiful day out here. The weather is perfect in Williams right now. This is the nicest weather I've had for a while, other than when I was at Greer the other week. I think the weather in Greer was really nice. Anyway, turn the pedal assist off. All right, I'm back at camp, guys. Let's go. All right, that was a lot of fun. That was a good test. I think I'm definitely getting used to riding on the trike now, so kind of know what to expect when hit bumps and turning and stuff like that now. I'm really enjoying this bike, actually. The more and more I ride it, the more I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. It makes going on little leisurely rides out in the woods a lot more fun. I can get a lot further, a lot faster than I can on my feet. And with the hilly, harder spots, I can just add a bit of throttle and take all the pain out of my knees. I got bad knees from motorcycle accidents over the years, so sometimes pedaling uphill is kind of painful on the knees, and this definitely takes a lot of the work out of that. But yeah, I'm loving all the features this bike has. It's really cool, and I love the carry capacity. Apparently the max weight carry for this particular bike is 450 pounds. That's probably including the rider, I guess. So maximum weight on it could be 450 pounds. I'm 215-ish, 210, 215. That gives me over 200 pounds that I can still put on the bike. Not that I really need to carry that kind of power. But what is really cool about this bike, I could put a power station in this back rack here. Carry a power station out with me. Carry like a picnic in the front, food, We could go for a big old trek out in the woods. I could even put my Starlink in this thing, carry my Starlink out there so I have internet. The options are limitless with this bike. It's amazing. Yeah, definitely designed to be a bit of a pack mule, you know. Now I need to tighten up this headlight because it keeps bouncing with the vibration and working its way down, kinda. So we do need to tighten that up more. But other than that, everything's good. Just to adjust the back brakes, everything's good on there. Really decent bike. We're probably going to go on an adventure on the bike tomorrow, which is going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be a different video, a different day. But yeah, I think we're going to pack all of this up. We're going to go into town. We want to go into town for a bit. I've decided I'm probably going to stay back here in this camp area tonight. I did want to go to a different area, but I want to find that cabin tomorrow. I really want to find that cabin. And all right, let me pack all this down. I may have to leave the bike. I don't want to pack the bike up right now. If I'm coming back, I may just leave the bike with my neighbor for a bit. And then, what's his name? Bob. I think his name's Bob. Yeah, so that, I may leave the bike with Bob while I go to town. And then we'll come back later this evening. I want to kind of grab some dinner and stuff. So I did want to also show you that it folds up. So we just click that off. That releases that. There's another one over here. So that folds the handlebars down like that. And then this folds over like this. Like that. Now additionally, you can take the front wheel off and that will fold this steering right in against the frame. But I'm probably not going to bother with that. I'll just close it up like that. And I should still be able to get that into the back. Hopefully, we'll see. I may have to take the wheel off. We will find that out tomorrow. Yeah. Folds up just like that. And how do I push that back? Do it this way. There we go, like that. Push that in there, like that. There we go. It's all locked back together. Alright guys, so I got my neighbor looking after my bike while we're going. Also, I just noticed something very wrong with my van, which sucks. Recently off-roading, I've been hearing a lot of noise, even just hitting speed bumps and stuff. I'm hearing a lot of grinding, crunching, squeaking noise. I wasn't sure what it was. I finally figured out what it was. I believe it's like, I think they call it the reach arm bushings or something. There's a, like off the front end, there's arm that comes up off the control arm, I think, and goes into a piece that's on the frame. I guess it keeps my wheels steady. And this could have something to do with why my tires are wearing so badly. But there's some big fat rubber bushings in there that lock it all in and take, you know, like when it's smacking about, takes the brunt. Those bushings are not only just shot, that they're completely obliterated. Everything's out of line. It's just, it's crunching and squeaking and actually rubbing on the frame of my van. So not happy about that. Hopefully I haven't destroyed the thread, because that whole thing may need to get replaced. Oh, my van was ticking for a bit there. What the heck was that? Okay, it stopped now. But that was a little odd. I don't know. Don't like that either. Maybe, hopefully it's not another exhaust leak again. Dang. Alright, anyway, we're going to town. We're gonna go adventure in town, get something to eat, maybe bring a pizza back or something, I don't know. Maybe we'll get a beer at the Sultana bar. That sounds fun. Maybe we'll go to the Safeway, get some reduced to clear pastries, I don't know. Alright, we made it. We parked in by the historic zip line here, which I have ridden before. You can see it in one of my old videos. right across the road we have the Grand Canyon Railway, which I'm definitely, what the heck? Who drew that on the back of my window? What is this? I don't know who drew this. I only just spotted this now. Somebody drew that on the back of my window. No. Probably one of my work colleagues, I'm guessing. Alright. We're going to dump some trash real quick. There's some little trash cans here we can put some bags in. And then we're going to explore a bit and probably find somewhere to eat. But before I do that, I might have a beer at the Sultana Bar. Check that out. There's a big falcon or hawk or something flying up in the air. That's pretty cool. There's all sorts of historic buildings and bars here. We have the Canyon Club Cocktails, the Red Garter. All these interesting places here to go, including the historic Brewing Co. Barrel House over here on the corner, which I've actually drank and eaten at with Amanda before. But where I really want to go is the Sultana Bar. For years and years I've wanted to go there, and I think finally now is the time that I'm going to be able to visit there. So let's head on over there. Here we are, the Sultana Bar. Alrighty guys, hopefully I don't get copyrighted by the music over there. But we are done with the Sultana Bar. I actually just met a couple of nice ladies in there that one's from Flagstaff, one's from Prescott, and we were just chatting about history and stuff like that, so that's pretty cool. Now we are gonna cruise around, see what we can see down here. Ooh, look at this old car. That's pretty cool, I like that. I don't know, I kind of feel like ice cream. I don't know. If we see any good ice cream places, we may stop.
For sure.
If not, we'll cruise back to the van. And maybe, I don't know what I feel like doing right now. It is getting late in the evening here, or afternoon. So, and it's getting a little warm. I may want to get back to camp pretty soon. It's good talking to some local Arizonans. I like to spark up a bit of chat every now and then, so alright, let's head on out. Alrighty, we are getting out of here. It's a little too busy in town for my liking, so I'm going to leave the town to everyone else. We're going to get back to camp, see what old Bob's doing. He's probably guarding my bike with his life right now. Yeah. Maybe go back to camp, have a few beers, but it's been a pretty good day overall right now. Burgers were great at the Sultana Bar, on a pretzel bun. I just had the classic, added some cheese. The fries are amazing. I think they're homemade fries. They were delicious. Oh my god. Definitely go check out the Sultana Bar if you can. Great history there. It was a prohibition bar way back in the day. Alright, let's get back to camp because the sun is setting and I want to set my camp back up so I can have a few beers this afternoon. Alright guys, we made it back. We made it back to camp. I'm parked out right by Bob, my neighbor. I'm probably gonna have a beer and just hang out and talk for a bit. We're gonna stop the video though. Bob likes to be a little bit free of clothes at times, so we won't put that on the video. Alright, until next time, hope you guys enjoyed this travel along with me, and we'll be back on the next episode with some new adventures. But for now, that's it for me. This is Aussie Van Man. Hope you're having a good time out wherever you are, exploring, adventuring, or at home, doing whatever you're doing. And this is Aussie Van Man out. We'll see you next time. What's going on here?